All right, so Sean, for today's expose, we are running out of people to feature. By the way, this is very tricky. But I am choosing because we try to theme it. Listeners, we try to make it theme with the episode, and most people have already been claimed. But I am choosing Zorn today. And
Ooh.
Zorn, I know. It's because of his relationship to Cyclops and Magneto. I feel like they're both very prominent in this episode, so it's kind of a cool little tie-in. So he's this guy that has like a star in his head, star in his brain, and he tried to like commit suicide, but Cyclops is like, no, don't do that, and he convinced him to like join the Xavier's mansion type of thing, the X-Men's, and and then I'm gonna have Chad help me with this because he knows X-Men like crazy, but he eventually like unmasked himself and it was like Magneto for a little bit, and there's all this kind of stuff. But let me go over his powers and then Chad can fill in the gaps. So he's got healing powers, he's got electricity and magnetism generation and manipulation, teleportation, gravity manipulation, healing, self-sustenance, and he has a twin brother. That's cool. His name is Quan Yin Zorn. That's his full name, and it's created by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely, the artist. From September 2001, he was originated. So, what else you got for us?
I mean, I can go deep or not. Zorn is a Grant Morrison creation created around so Morrison is really pushing the limits of like what evolution means in the X-Men, and he's giving us like ancient and also new mutations. So there's this book like New X-Men 2001, like the annual, where there's a bunch of concepts during Morrison's run that are introduced all at once. Like Sublime is here, and like the X Corp, and he gives us this character Zorn. And later, when Morrison like wraps up their run, Magneto goes crazy evil and like blows up New York, and Jean Grey dies. And then later writers are like, actually, that was one of the Zorn guys. And then they added a second Zorn that was created by Chuck Austin a couple of years later. And these guys are just kind of odd little dudes that have stars in their brains, and they wear little opaque masks that have like stitches on their faces. And they show up once in a while. They kind of have a lot of monk energy. They're giving the like, I'm gonna run the base while you go out and on the mission thing. They don't really have a ton of focus. One of the Zorn, maybe both Zorn brothers, are in the new Jed MacKay X-Men run where they're living in Merle, Alaska. So these guys are all over the Marvel universe sometimes, but they're like a little bit of a plot device because they're so powerful. You're like, what do you do with this character? But they're very limited at the same time. They're an odd space in the X-Men franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Cool.
Welcome to Bayville, my new home. It's time you remember why they call me Storm.
Look at me, I'm fat. Do I look that bad to you?
Easy, you fuzzy elf. Everything is going to be just fine.
Storm. That was tight. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Welcome to this week's Solving for X. My name is Sean. I'm the ultimate excavationist.
And I'm something of an X fan myself, Kevin.
And we are so excited to have Chad here with us from Graymalkin Lane. Thank you for joining us.
When you started the introduction, where you're like, "We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. We're out of everybody." I thought you were talking about me. I was like, "Oh, wow!"
We have those expose features, and we try to feature X-Men or character that's featured in the episode, and sometimes there's no new characters that were featured, and so we have to find one.
Especially
I'm
when
so
you're on
happy to be here
episode
with you
100.
So, Cool. So we're great to have you. We're so excited to have you. We just had the Uncanny Experience where you were doing all kinds of classes and panels and things like that.
It was so fun, and it was so great to see you. I showed some of my friends photos of like cosplay, and I'm like, these are real people who like look like the X-Men. Like this is my friend Kevin who looks like Cyclops. It's insane. It was great to see you, man.
Yeah, you too. We're excited to have you with your knowledge and joining us for this special 100th episode. Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you. Speaking of Uncanny Experience, I wanted to start the episode with a quick apology. I kind of shafted one of the performers. I gave a really cool shout out to 3 of the drag performers, but I missed they go by Jensen Assholes, which cracks me up. But their stage name is Dean Demonic. They performed as Logan, and they did an amazing job. And I told them I really apprecited their choice in music because they did Monster by Skillet. And as I
was jamming out. Yeah, I was singing to
you. So we may see Dean Demonic on a later episode. I don't know. Anything could happen. Woohoo!
That Logan performance, their makeup was insane. It was so incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look straight out of the comics. That was awesome. All right, so every week we have a question on this previously on. From last week, our question was, who would you battle from the Brotherhood? And our options were Avalanche, Toad, Blob, or Quicksilver. So I said Toad. Kevin said Quicksilver because you think he's hot.
Well, the best one to look at, yeah. Out of those options.
Chad, who would you battle out of those?
You know, my major superpower in my life is like my therapy skills. I feel like Toad would benefit the most from like a little self-esteem. I could do some good work with Blob too, though. I feel like the other 2 are a little beyond my skills. They're a little too narcissistic.
That's funny. That was exactly what the lines of why I answered those. I said Toad or Blob because you can get in their head a little easier and defeat them.
Or like, we'll go out for a drink. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, the way this panned out, 4% said Quicksilver, so fuck you, Kevin. 18% said Blob, and Toad and Avalanche tied with 39%. I guess people really like the O face that Avalanche.
The orgasm face, yeah. Chad, what's your experience with Evolution?
You know what? I have never seen X-Men Evolution. In preparation for this show, I watched the first season of X-Men Evolution, but I'd never seen it before. And I'm such an X-Men nerd. This was a really fun, weird early 2000s dig. It took me back to like early college. It was a fun, weird ride. This is a weird show. I've never seen it before this week. I watched the final episode of season 1 today to have it fresh in my mind for this show. So it's I'm a virgin.
How exciting!
So I have to ask because it's been a little bit of a struggle. How are you feeling about season 1 so far?
It was weird. It's a weird ride. They're trying to be like 4 shows at the same time. It's like an X-Men show, but like a high school show, but it's like the bad guys, but it's also like, let's throw in some deep continuity along the way. I did not ever know what was coming next. It's a cool cast of characters. I like that the villains get a little bit more prominent space. That's kind of fun. But I feel like it's trying to be too many things at the same time.
Yeah, Kevin keeps having to hold my hand and tell me it gets better, Shawn. It gets better.
It does get better.
When?
Season 1 is hard.
Yeah.
And I only have vague memories of the show. I don't remember everything in detail or what happened, but I remember it being better. Season 1 has been challenging with several of the episodes.
Sometimes those things that we loved when we were teens, it just doesn't hold up when we're adults. Sometimes.
Yeah. So, but we're breaking it down. We're getting through.
Yeah. So, and what got you into X-Men?
So I had a rough childhood. Things were not great at home, and X-Men was like my escape from reality. It was my place to lose myself in a world of people who were misunderstood. And I interview people on my show all the time who say that like the X-Men saved my life. It wasn't that dramatic for me, but the X-Men definitely helped me survive, and it became an obsession that led to I wrote my like senior thesis on the X-Men, and then I like worked
Wow.
for Marvel for years throughout college and like my 20s. And now I have a show about the X-Men. Like, so it's just been a huge staple in my life all the way through. I love this franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's had such a big impact on me. I always ask myself, like, how different would I have been without X-Men? Because I feel like it did change me. Because mostly the same reasons as you. Like, I was bullied, I was picked on for being feminine, I was picked on for being a nerd, but X-Men was my escape, and it still is. So I appreciate that.
Every year or so, I interview a professor named Michael Elliott, who's a sociology professor at Towson, who's been doing a study on fandoms. He's got this huge database. He's working on the study still, but it basically compares fandoms to religion and like the way we participate with fandoms. We don't just talk X-Men. It's not just a show we watch. People fucking get it tattooed on their body. We spend thousands of dollars going to conventions and like building cosplay suits and promoting shows out of this. Like it's a deep love. It's like Christianity in our roots, like kind of love for
Yeah.
a lot of fans. It's crazy.
We talked about the same thing on my Words of the Witches Charmed podcast because we considered like the fandom crazy as like magic, as like media magic, and yeah, it's when people are very passionate, it really turns into something different and it takes on a whole new life.
Yeah, there's a difference between an interest and a fandom for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I just can't imagine getting X-Men tattooed to you. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm in my therapy office. This is the room that I practice therapy in, and this is one wall of the room. It's just all
Wow.
like original X-Men art.
I love that. All right, cool. Let's get into our show, our 100th episode, not including the bonuses. I'm going to keep saying that this whole episode. So today we're talking the Cauldron Part 2. This is, of course, the finale of Season 1, finally, thank God. This aired 5/12/2001, written by Greg Johnson and directed by Stephen E. Gordon.
Yes, and I still don't know why it's called the Cauldron. I remembered something different that was not actually in this episode, so I don't know where I
Like
saw
the
it.
Cauldron is Magneto's makeover machine. Like that's
I guess so. Yeah, but I was thinking like I thought they were like dipped in some kind of liquid that turned him into the stuff, but no, it was just a
Yeah,
little
you
pod.
like me.
So I was wrong. Sorry.
Nope. Magneto
I'll
wants
never
to
forget
take you
you.
to space and give you a makeover. That's the whole.
Yeah.
That's the whole episode.
Yeah.
Something he commonly does in the comics, gives people makeovers.
Should we start?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, scene 1. So Toad is sitting alone and dejected at the beach. He's bummed that he's the only member of the Brotherhood who didn't make it to the sanctuary. He lost twice.
Mhm.
Spike, Nightcrawler, and Kitty happen upon Toad and threaten him to tell them information. I want to say informationes, but no, it's information. He tells them the others won their battles and have ascended to sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
This scene cracked me up. Toad's like sitting and there's a fly buzzing around his head. And he basically is like, hey, fly, why do you think I'm better? They're like, I'm better than everybody thinks I am, right? And then he fucking eats the fly, like zaps his tongue out again, and Nightcrawler grabs it. Blah, blah, blah. Like, poor Toad in this series, man. Like,
Yeah. What is it? Todd Todansky or Talansky?
Todd Tolansky, yeah,
Okay.
where that name came
That's
from.
a
Yeah.
name.
That's a name.
Back on Sanctuary, Xavier is confused about why Scott would betray him. Scott tells Xavier that he's just here to listen, and see what Magneto's up to. Xavier points out Storm, Jean, and Rogue being held captive. Scott gets mad and demands Martinis, his friends, get released. Magneto makes an excuse that the X-Team is too dangerous to be trusted. Xavier mentally warns Scott away from Magneto. Nito uses his power to imprison Xavier. Xavier quickly sends a thought to Wolvie to lose his battle. Xavier is contained in a tubey thing. Scott is warned not to tamper with the tubey thing for Xavier's safety. Alex steps in and breaks up Cyclops and Nito.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't understand what Magneto's doing. I love to read the X-Men as like Magneto and Xavier as like ex-boyfriends. And like Magneto can't get Xavier's attention, so he gets Cyclops' little brother and then gets Cyclops and then like puts Xavier in suspended animation so he can turn Scott and Alex into like prettier versions of him, like Liberace behind the candelabra style. Like that's his plot here. It's so weird.
It's so
do
weird.
you guys know this reference where like Liberace makes younger men look like him?
Yeah.
Plastic surgery. That's like a real thing that happened.
And I remember
didn't know that.
Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. She's like that film with Liberace. Who's actually from West Dallas where I live. Liberace is.
Wow.
So fun fact.
Yeah, go see Behind the Candelabra sometime. It's like a movie about Liberace. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this whole plot from Nito, it's like it started off as apocalypse, like survival for the fittest, but now it's going into like Mr. Sinister, like gay everybody up.
Like I want a secret space base where everyone looks like me and I can fuck who I want. Like that's his plot here, it seems.
Yeah.
Can I swear on your show?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Oh
checking.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I did have from the last scene, so I didn't realize it was over so quickly. The last scene with Toad, I had a 2000s moment.
You know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning?
2000s moment.
Oh, tell us about it, Janet.
He talked about he said something about being a loser. Like L for loser. He held up the L again. So
Nice.
2000s moment.
God, Kitty Pryde in this show. Oh my God, like what are you guys like doing? Ugh.
Yeah.
She's Kimberly Hart from Power Rangers. That's her character.
Scene 3, meanwhile, back on Earth, Logan is confused as to why Charles wants him to lose his fight with Sabretooth. The fight between Logan and Sabes ends when Sabretooth punches Wolverine off of a cliff, and then a metal, like, Glinda the Good Witch space bubble floats down from space and, like, collects Sabretooth in it. And then Wolverine's like, oh, I still got a helicopter that can fly to the moon over there, so I guess I'm okay.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
I feel like not even Sabretooth would fall for this. Like, Logan's obviously not hurt. And he's like, yeah, that guy's dead. I'm going to go get in this bubble thing.
Oh, I was going to say earlier, back on the asteroid, Alex says to Cyclops, whoa, brother, holster those blasts. How do you holster an optic blast? That's my question today.
You just got to put on the shades.
Yeah.
I'm holstering them, even though it's like ready to rumble. All right. Back at the manor, or we say that as a joke, mansion, Nightcrawler, Kitty, Spike, and Toad return home to find the mansion trashed. And Toad says more stuff about, oh, you must be losers. Because he was
Like, you guys live in a dump.
Right. They're looking for Storm, but they don't notice Mystique lurking behind them, not in the bushes. Mystique reveals herself, and Kurt calls her, he's like, mother, like this very, like, I don't know, like very like chastising mother, like, ooh, mother. And Mystique is upset about the way she has been treated by Magneto. She offers to team up with the X-Team. Enter Logan. He agrees to head into space with the team as long as he calls the shots. Mystique's like, never. But she's like, okay, fine.
He's like, I'm in charge. And he's like, no, I'm in charge. And she's like, fine, but I expect to be consulted. Like,
like she's now the wife.
Yeah.
The typical housewife. The XM Velocity jet takes off on its inaugural flight with the team aboard. Ta-da.
So because we have so many random references, I like to bring up where they come from every once in a while for our listeners. So since you're here, Chad, I'll explain 2 of our random references for you. So we say back at the manor because of Sarah Sanderson from Hocus Pocus, the way she says manor.
Yeah.
It started with Charmed, so we have the Charmed connection.
Yeah. We're known
Also,
for
never
it. It's
seen
a
that
thing.
episode of Charmed. Don't disinvite me to your show, please.
It's okay. No, it's okay. That's fine.
He knows you well, Kevin. We also say lurking in the bushes. This one's kind of a deep cut. There's a electronic clue game where they talk to you. And in the game, they say, you see Rusty lurking in the bushes. So it's become a thing, you know?
Yeah,
These are
running
a
joke
thing.
I remember this game like 25 years ago in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for aging us.
Yeah.
I'm older than both of you. It's fine.
Okay.
You guys were in like middle school in this era, and I was in college, so it's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Fair
yeah.
enough. All right. Back on Asteroid M. I don't think they call it that in this episode. I think they did in the last episode, though. They just say Sanctuary this time.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is what it is.
Magneto's Makeover Palace.
Yeah.
Asteroid makeover.
Yeah, that's what the M stands for.
Asteroid M for Makeover.
Yeah. Scott stands outside alone, reminiscing on his past. We get a shot of Scott and Alex leaving their parents to die on the crashing plane. They head out with only 2 working parachutes. Put that in your back pocket.
Not correct.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about it real quick, because it changes the lore, and I don't know. I kind of had issues with it, because if there's 2 parachutes, if I were the parents, wouldn't you tie one kid to each of you? And like, it worked in the comics. There's only one.
Also, they really nerdified the parents here. They're both in like glasses. They're like chemistry teachers and librarians in this episode.
Yeah.
Scientists. And was their mom blonde? I don't remember her being blonde. I thought she was brunette
she's
too.
blonde.
Brunette.
It's
she is?
Oh,
Okay.
was she?
Okay.
I guess I didn't remember either. Just then Alex comes to join Scott. The flashback continues. It's weird. They almost like have the flashback together in a way, the way they showed it in the episode.
It's like, I remember part of it and you remember part of it.
Yeah.
Combined, we are one full memory.
One full memory. Scott pulls Alex's chute. Debris hits Scott's chute and he hits the ground hard, putting him in a coma. Alex shares with Scott about the pressure building in his body. Magneto joins the party and promises to help both Scott and Alex become more fabulouser.
Scott learns to holster for the first time, but also there's a key moment where the 2 brothers falling out of the sky hold hands. That's referenced later in the episode again, which is weird.
Yeah, but it's so sweet. But
it's so sweet.
Not when they're Magneto makeover twins. That's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah. But in the memory, it's sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, get it, brothers.
Scene 6. Magneto leads Alex and Scott to a machine that he built. And he uses the gem of, how do you 2 say this word? This is the demon that powers up.
I have that in my notes. Because it's supposed to be Sidorak. This is Cytorak.
Cytorak. Like Cytorak.
I'm like,
what? I hear it pronounced different ways, but I've never heard it pronounced this way. It was, Cytorak, which is very strange. So he has the crystals of Cytorak powering up his like makeover machine, which is very Death Becomes Her somehow. And he like promises to heal Alex, whose power manifests as like, he's like, my fingers are so stiff. He's like carpal tunnel, but like if he doesn't stretch his fingers, he'll fire blasts out. I don't know. This is very strange. And also, Scott, you won't need your visor anymore. Like just walk into my makeover machine and you'll be a new man forever. Marry that. And Scott's like, no, release my friends first. And Magneto's like, I will not. And he just gives a big speech. And he's like, fine, I'll prove it. And he sends Sabretooth into the machine first. And Sabretooth gets a raw deal here, you guys. He does not get the makeover he is looking for.
I put anticlimactic and fugly.
I don't know what he looks like. He looks like No-No's Wolverine. He looks like...
Bobby a werewolf.
Yeah. Fabio Werewolf is exactly it.
And why doesn't he have white hair? Everybody else got white hair. Well, I guess Mystique didn't. Spoiler alert. It's the Summers brothers.
She got the worst end of the deal, man.
Yeah.
So Sabretooth goes into the machine, which Magneto calls his enhancer, right? And there's some very queer hairstylist who's like, I've got a great idea. I'm gonna cut your hair, I'm gonna straighten your jaw, we're gonna give you posture. And then Sabretooth's like, oh, this is not what I expected.
No.
I bet you the makeover queer GD artist is half blind or something.
Yeah.
It's Toad.
Maybe
Toad's
it's-
the one in there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Eilish from like season 7 of Charmed.
Well, season 2 through 8 of Charmed, actually. Yeah.
I was just comparing to the, the crazier dress seasons.
Uh-huh. All right. Wolverine pilots the XM jet as Mystique sits at his side. Toad is perturbed to learn that the jet was made without a lick of metal for Nito to control. What? We're in plastic? This hunk of junk? So they're basically flying into space into in a tub of plastic. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wolverine's like, fuck yeah. And Toad's like, I need a barf bag.
Yeah. Cyclops and Havoc watch as Sabretooth emerges from the machine, a changed beast. Basically, Sabretooth is the same except for he walks on toes now and isn't wearing a shirt. And yeah, he has the fucked up jaw. Alex and Scott agree to go into the machine next. Nito wakes up Xavier and the X-Men to witness the change. Xavier warns Scott to not go into the machine, but it's too late! Nito closes the machine, trapping Alex and Scott. Uh-oh.
So if we flash ahead, this is Xavier going, Scott, no, you're perfect just as you are as my fuckboy. If you look like Magneto, I'm not going to want you anymore. It's not okay, but then the door closes and it's too late.
Yeah. Exactly that.
So the machine activates and it pulls Scott and Alex literally through a conveyor belt. Like it's very Cat in the Hat. I don't know what happened to this makeover machine. And Cytorax energy lances out and changes them, and they emerge.
Lance Alvers.
They emerge as like Siegfried and Roy. Like they've had a Magneto makeover. They literally, guys, we're not joking. If you haven't seen this, they literally look like Magneto. It's like Liberace gave his boyfriend plastic surgery to look like him. They look the same. They have the same hairstyle. It's very, very early.
The eyebrows.
Yeah. And like now Scott doesn't need his visor, and also Alex's carpal tunnel is gone. And they're like, I guess we're different now. And just then they detect an aircraft. Magneto opens the moonroof into space, and there's a visual on the craft, and then he tries to grab the ship with his power, but he can't. And so he's like, Scott and Alex, take down the ship. Okay, so there's this early 1970s Fantastic Four cartoon. If you look this up on YouTube, look up Magneto Fantastic Four cartoon. There's this odd, terrible scene where Magneto's fighting the Fantastic Four. He's hilarious. The voice, the acting, everything is hilarious. And there's a moment where he's like, I will defeat you forever. And Reed Richards pulls a gun on Magneto. And Magneto's like, I can't effect your gun. My powers are lost. And the police show up and they put him in handcuffs. And he's like, how? How did you trick me? And Reed Richards is like, simple, Magneto. I made a gun out of plastic. And he's like, curses. And that's the end of the episode. And it's amazing.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
I thought it was funny because I saw a note online talking about like Scott's eye color changed, but his eyes were like black, like dots. He almost looked like the old Archie comics.
But they were clearly green in the flashback.
Yeah, they're talking about the difference.
Flashback.
And then earlier in the season, they were a different color too. I think blue. I said.
So they were blue earlier.
Like show him your eyes, and he's got the little beady black eyes.
Yeah.
All right. Logan is surprised to see the changed up Scott. He senses the attack and flies the XM jet down towards Scott and Alex. Scott blasts the jet, but they both blast the jet, I think, right?
Oh,
they go,
yeah.
psh, together, because we're brothers. And it's too late though, because as Logan has flown the jet close enough that it crashes down at asteroid M. Mystique is the first to exit the jet. She attacks Nito. Elsewhere, Logan frees Xavier and the team. Xavier calls the team into action as he goes to get the jet.
This is a weird episode, you guys.
What? This episode? On this show? I'm going to give it to Mystique. Like, she came out swinging, though. Like, she was a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
The X team engages with the Brotherhood. They easily dispatch them. Meanwhile, Toad assists Mystique in fighting Magneto. In the ensuing battle, Mystique is thrown into the Enhancer, the makeover machine. Now we're all making out. This is definitely X-Men.
She's like, no, I'm a lesbian. Don't put me in here.
No, now I look even more like Sigourney Weaver. No.
Yeah. I forget what we called her. Lesbian something Sigourney Weaver? Bitch ass Sigourney Weaver? Something like that.
Nito is mad that she gets to experience his machine. Logan and Sabes continue their battle. The asteroid starts to crumble from the battle. Storm tells everyone to get to the OG X-Jet as her and Rogue save Scott and the remaining mutants.
Okay, so I have two thoughts here. First of all, Magneto using his powers, he just like whips like metal boomerangs through the air. And he's so much cooler than that.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. Also, that like one gay hairstylist that Magneto like put in the makeover machine, he only knows one haircut. And he gives it to all the characters. And Mystique does not look good with this haircut. He can dye and do one cut, and that's it.
I just imagine going to the machine now, like you go on this conveyor belt and then, hello, what are we doing with you today?
And everyone gets the same fucking haircut.
Yeah.
All of them. Oh, it's me next. Okay.
You. Okay.
So Logan and the newly upgraded or makeover Sabretooth start to fight. Sabretooth gets the upper hand, but like Storm puts him in a tornado and like knocks him into the wall. I don't know what happens. Professor X and Jean intervene. Scott and Alex like come out. Oh, Magneto names Alex Havoc. You shall be Havoc now. These are his fuckboys. That's all he wants. He's getting back at his ex-boyfriend Xavier, and this whole thing is crazy. So they come out of the debris. They get mad at Xavier. They're like, "You've ruined everything. This was our chance to like all be friends. We could live in this asteroid together and have orgies and whatever we want. Like, can't we have all the daddies?" I'm putting words in their mouth. And Jean is like, "I don't want anything to do with you with this haircut. I'm out." She like turns away and walks away. I like white hair. No, like I want my Scott back. And then they leave. They just leave Cyclops and Alex there. Xavier's like, they chose Magneto, which they didn't. Like Scott tried to turn back, but now that you look like my ex-boyfriend, I no longer want to see you ever again. And they leave them there. They leave them at a crashing asteroid.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me again. All right.
Yep.
So, Mystique emerges from the Cytorak machine, a changed woman. Oh, looking all buff.
Quotation.
And more like, definitely the movie influence here. The slick black hair and like, she's like scales now.
Right at the same time, Marvel produced a book called X-Men Forever, where Fabian Nicieza took Mystique, and at the end, she gets a makeover to look like her movie version, and then like never looks like that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she has a very square jaw and really weird nose as well now. And maybe taller, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. As she emerges, the XM jet prepares to take off. Havoc and Cyclops try to make their way to the jet, but the facility begins to explode. The jet fails away and stabilizes right before it hits the ground. The Summers brothers fail. They hold hands and use their powers combined to cushion their fall. Together, they use their power to destroy Asteroid M before it can crash into the moon. The brothers exert all of their Cytorak power and return to normal. Jean gives Scott back his glasses. "I like you again." Scott apologizes to Xavier for the betrayal. Avalanche points out that The two paths escaped Asteroid M before it exploded. Probably Magneto and Mystique. Xavier brings havoc into the X-Men fold. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Alex. Yeah.
And he basically says like the last line is like, Alex, maybe if you ever learn to control your power, then we will find some use for you. Like that's kind of how this ends. Them like expelling their energy into space and then reverting to normal. Oh, you guys.
And I don't know if that. Why did they revert? I think is it because the machine was destroyed? Is that why?
I don't know, because Sabretooth and Mystique, I'm assuming, do not revert to their old appearances in future episodes, but I haven't seen it. I don't know. It's weird.
I've read that Sabretooth switches, but Mystique like keeps the power up somehow. I don't know.
That's what I saw.
I've read
too.
that.
Sabretooth heals and Mystique changes forms. Also, Mystique has spent a lot of time like hiding as like cats and birds in this series, which is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the episode. It was originally going to be called The Silver Sphere Part 2. Yay. That's an even better name than the Cauldron. But at least there's silver spheres in it.
Yeah. I don't understand the title. I really don't. Yeah.
I didn't understand the entire episode, and
So I think the most notable thing we kind of touched on is, the way the comics go, Alex and Scott have one parachute. They jump, leaving their parents for dead. Debris hits the parachute, which is causing it to fall. So this episode kind of references Scott saves them by blasting into the ground and basically cushioning their fall, which is kind of what we got at the end with the the grown-up Fabio Summers brothers. But besides that, not much to do with the comics. We've never seen anything like this, really.
Greg Johnson, who's the head writer on X-Men Evolution, I have heard of this guy before. You guys have heard of like Bo DeMaio, like chairing X-Men 97 into existence. Greg Johnson was the head writer on this series, and he's got like 35 years in like animation. He's done TMNT and Biker Mice from Mars and like every Marvel series, and he does Wolverine and the X-Men after this. Like this guy knows how to make a cartoon, but this is rough.
Yeah. So actually, that's a good segue. So so it started off, Chad. Tell us your thoughts on the episode and then rate it for us. Is it Britishly bitchin' like Emma? Is it just pretty cool like Iceman? Is it Australian Wolverine? You kind of love it but kind of hate it? Is it fat and sweaty like Jubilee? Or is it unspeakable like X-Men Origins Deadpool?
This is a wild rating scale.
do we have to explain the Jubilee thing?
No, I'll get it. I think that this episode was fat and sweaty like Jubilee. It just is weird. There was no really great character moments for anybody. Mystique, like, tried to work with the team and got kicked in the ass because of it, and really nobody else did anything of their own agency, and then an asteroid blew up at the end. Like, I feel like it didn't advance anyone's stories, and it's a weird makeover machine in space. I didn't understand. This was a season finale. Like, I didn't get it at all.
No. How about you, Kevin?
All right, I'm gonna give it fat and sweaty too. There's a lot of things that just didn't work. They were all ugly. All the makeovers were disgusting. I didn't like that. I didn't like the title. It is kind of unnecessary and ridiculous, and but I did find some good character moments, and I'm gonna save that for my MXP and X Factor. So those would be what I liked about the episode, but overall it was strange. just off the rails.
I wonder if we have the same thoughts, because I'm doing something similar. I was going to do Unspeakable like X-Men Origins Deadpool, but one thing saved it for me, which I'm saving for the X Factor. So I gave it fat and sweaty like Jubilee. So we're 3 for 3 on that one. It was just a weird episode, and there's not very many like parallels to take from, like, if you're a comic fan, you're like, oh, I get where this is coming from. But no, there's like none of that in this episode. Who would you say is the most excellent player? MXP.
Mystique gets MVP in this episode for me.
Excuse me, Chad. It's MXP, not MVP.
Excuse me, MXP.
How about you, Kevin?
Okay, well, it's gonna be no surprise. I'm
Oh,
giving it to
no.
Scott because I love him so much. Oh no, but this really is an episode about Scott and Alex, you know, and I love that we get to see. This is what I feel like he has good development because we get to see his suspicions of Magneto, you know, and we see his natural instincts, you know, when things don't feel right. But he still chooses his brother. He has devotion and loyalty to his brother. That he abandons all of his natural leadership qualities, and all of his like skill sets, like that he's learned over all his time fighting. And I think a lot of that comes from the loss that he's had with a lost time he had with Alex, the guilt over losing their parents, and it shows how good of a guy he is that he'll betray those leader instincts in order to support his brother above all else. So that's why I'm giving it to him.
So there's a running theme, Chad. I swear, even if Cyclops isn't in the episode, Kevin will find some way to like make him the MSP.
I do love him. I can't help it.
The reason I chose Mystique, I felt like she was the only one who had a real character arc. It is about the brothers. I agree, because there's the hand holding and the like, ready, bro, ready, before they blast the asteroid out of space and protect your makeovers. But Mystique got like left behind. She's like allied, and they like left her out. And then there's a moment where she allies with her kid and his team to like try things from a different side, and then like she ends up on a new path as a result. Like hers was my favorite arc in this episode.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Kind of the only arc.
Havoc got his carpal tunnel cured. Like that happened.
There you go. For the first time in X-Men Evolution history, I am actually giving MXP to Xavier. I found him not as terrible in this episode. I like the way he tried really hard to like get Scott to see the light. I think he's the one who like got Scott to realize the problem here when Scott was going into the machine, and also he's the one in the end who kind of helped the brothers by leaving them in a way. Like he was like, well, you're either gonna grow better or you're gonna come back, and he kind of just left and the brothers figured it out for themselves. So I liked his character in this one for the first time. Yeah. All right, who wants to start us off with your X Factor? Favorite moment in the episode or thing that showcases the X-Men universe as a whole?
I'm good whenever.
Okay.
All right, go for it, Chad.
My favorite moment in this episode. So reflecting on all of season 1, my 5 like top favorite characters as they were explored. Rogue was my favorite. Toad and Blob were 2 and 3 for me. I really liked that we got like some character for these two, which doesn't often happen. And then I really liked the Nightcrawler Mystique stories a lot. The rest of the characters I was kind of like, eh. But the 5 characters I just mentioned, Mystique was the only one who had an arc. So I just took great joy in the Magneto makeover machine. That's my X factor of this episode. I want to see. It's like the Horseman of Apocalypse upgrade, except you get like plastic surgery Magneto in there and the same haircut. Like that was my joyful thing. I truly didn't understand it, but I really enjoyed it.
I love it. All right, Kevin, take it away.
I just put like the rest of the X team because they didn't bother. Like even Professor X didn't bother me. You're right, and that's saying something because he was really awful for most of the season. But I feel like they really did stand up for this. They took initiative in this episode. Wolverine was great. Even like the side players. I liked Nightcrawler. I liked Kitty doing their things. Yeah, they just kind of had a mission and they worked together on their mission, and that's very much X-Men. So, ta-da, easy.
Yeah. My X Factor, even though it was altered, even though they had 2 fucking parachutes, I like the fact that we got a more extended look at the history of Scott and Alex in the plane crash. That was the one thing that saved the episode for me. So I gave it to that. I like seeing that.
Nice. It was a sweet moment with the flashback.
Yeah. And 2 adult Fabios holding hands that, kind of made my penis go like that a little bit. So,
Well, so were theirs.
All right. So our previously on question for this week: if you could have powers, how would you want to get them? Would you want a radioactive spider bite, a super soldier serum? Would you want the gem of Cytorak, or would you want to be a mutant?
Oh, super soldier serum all the way.
I'm gonna do spider bite. Just because I'm a Spider-Man not so crazy person too.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna go mutant. I just want to be a mutant. I don't even care what my powers are, even if I just understand language really well. Like, cool, I'm a mutant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want a
All
quick
right.
spider bite story? In
Sure.
college
Sure.
today, I woke up with a massive spider bite on my arm, like raised, like huge, like filled with like liquid. It was gross.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was like 22, and I called like the number on the phone book is like the call a nurse line or whatever. And the lady answered, and she's tired. You can hear her like flipping through a handbook. So I tell her the thing, and she goes, "What were you bitten by?" And I'm like, "I was bit by a spider." And she goes, "Well, were you bit by a dog?" And I was like, "No." She turns a page. She goes, "Were you bit by a bat or a squirrel?" I'm like, "You know what? Never mind."
Oh no.
Oh my God, I told you when I got
A
bit by
squirrel?
What?
Really?
Amazing.
That's funny. Pretty sure I told you it's a spider. Cool. Well, Kevin and I will be taking a short break because life and busyness. And this is the end of season 1. So we will be back November 8th with the start of season 2, Growing Pains. In the meantime, though, Chad, we're so excited that we got to have you on the show. And if people want more of you in Graymalkin Lane, where can they find you?
Oh, there is a never-ending stream of Graymalkin Lane content coming out. My show is designed to be a safe space for queer friends and allies to analyze X-Men comics. We have lots of academic discussions, lots of silliness. Every episode is a different panel of people, including prominent comic book professionals and fans, kind of mixed together. Every episode's a delight. We have been going through the Silver Age one issue at a time, and if we're looking at October, November, we're doing like the first appearance of Wolverine and the first appearance of Multiple Man, and we're wrapping up the year with the Silver Age, beginning next year with Giant Size X-Men #1. So it's a whole new era for the show and a whole new era for the comics. So having a great time producing this show is like the love of my life, outside of my husband and children. But like it's my greatest joy. It's a whole community. It was so lovely to spend time with you both this evening. Thank you for the invitation and all the smiles.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You are a wonderful resource of knowledge and passion, and it's so great we finally got you on here. We'll have to have you back as we do other medias and things
Anytime.
like that. So
You're delightful.
yeah, well, thank you.
Kevin, where can the people find you?
Okay, yes, you can find me on my personal Instagram, KJEEZY87, or follow the other podcast that we do, Words of the Witches, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the places. Yeah.
Cool. And while we're on break, I'm excited to announce that myself and BFF of the pod, Ryan Yorio, are undertaking a project which will be fun, which is X-Men related, which hopefully we have more information by the time we come back. But in the meantime, you could find me on Sean Perrette on Instagram, where you could find a link tree to my book and all of our other projects, also our YouTube and our TikTok. And just as a friendly goodbye for now, for the next 3 weeks, here are a few messages that were sent in to congratulate our little podcast on 100 episodes. The first one, I'm going to preface real quick. This is from Dax Exclamation from RuPaul Season 8. She didn't say who she was in the message, but she gets extra credit because she sent in a video, which we are posting to our Solving for X Instagram. So check that out.
Love Dax, loved Amanda, love everyone you're talking about here.
Yeah, they're all great people.
Dear Solving for X podcast, happy 100th episode. I know that's a big number, but don't be scared. 100 is the new 47. So you're still young. Looking, kind of. When you squint, you see it. You see it. Happy birthday. Ugh.
To Shawn and to Kevin at Solving for X, congratulations on 100 episodes. This is Rachel, one of your listeners who mostly listens when we're talking about Rogue, because let's face it, she is the most important of all the characters. But yeah, congratulations, you guys. Well done. Keep on going.
Hey guys, it is the BFF of the pod. As I told you several times, I did add that to my resume, Ryan Iorio. You guys, happy 100th. Holy crap, you guys look good for 100. I have to be honest, you guys, you are the coolest, some of the coolest people that I've met through podcasting. Honestly, it's so fun that we actually got to hang out recently. And you guys keep inviting me back for some reason. I'm not sure, but I love coming back. You guys, honestly make me feel so welcome, and you provide so much knowledge for all the viewers and everything. And I even get to learn some things from you. I love the little facts that you find out about all the episodes and everything. Just thank you guys. Thank you for being you. Thank you for this pod. And thanks for letting me nerd out with you guys all the time. You guys are the best and can't wait for 100 more.
Hey, Solving for X pod. This is Chris Hall, Sean's BFF for life. Just wanted to say congratulations to you guys on your 100th episode. So proud of you. The show is amazing and keep up the good work.
Fala aí, galera. This is Gui Agostini, aka Sunspot in X-Men 97. And I want to congratulate Solving for X on its 100 episodes today. What an incredible achievement. Such a milestone. Kevin and Shawn are incredible people, so supportive, so loving, and so much passion for the X-Men. I'm so grateful to have been part of the show. I wish you guys the best. Keep rocking. Let's see 200 very soon. And I can't wait to be back for season 2. Valeu!
I summon the power of the elements to wish you a happy 100th episode. 100 episodes! It's incredible! What a wonderful milestone to reach. This is, of course, your friend and occasional guest, Ryan L. Terry, and I'm thrilled to wish you a happy 100th episode. Thank you for being a part of my regular podcast routine, and thank you for sharing your love and passion, excitement, and fun facts associated with this property that many of us were introduced to through the X-Men, the animated series, 90s television show. And I'm so glad that a show like that can bring so many different people together, and shows like yours are able to communicate that and continue to grow the community around the X-Men. So it's been a fantastic 100 episodes, and I know it's going to be an outstanding next 100 episodes. So I hope that in not too long from now, that I will be able to wish you a happy 250th episode of the X-Men Solving for X X-Men podcast.
What's up, familia? Dave Spring here to congratulate Shawn and Kevin on Solving for X hitting a milestone. I feel so incredibly grateful to be part of their community. We obviously love the X-Men. We love Charmed. These are two powerhouses. Congratulations. Very well deserved. I love all of your episode recaps. I love your conversation, and I love your interviews so much. Cannot wait for what's to come.
Hello, it is MJ. I'm sure some of you have heard of me on the pod a few times, also known as MBoy92. Anywho, enough about me. I am so happy and honored to be the one to tell all you sexy Xy's that these two beautiful souls have reached 100 freaking episodes. Yeah, can you believe it? 100 motherfucking episodes, baby. That's a whole ass milestone. I am so happy and so proud of them. Like, you guys they took the time, the energy, and put in so much work to bring us so much happiness and just to bring us smiles every week. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Congratulations again for reaching 100, and just continue to be amazing.
This is Michelle Waffle, and I just want to wish Kevin and Shawn a happy 100th episode for Solving for X. Thank you so much for having me on as a guest, and I can't wait to see y'all at Necro Comic Con.
Hey, sexy Xy's. This is Demanda Martini, and I just want to say congratulations to the Solving for X podcast on your 100th episode. That is absolutely incredible. I have enjoyed talking to you guys about all stuff X-Men, and here's to 100 more.
This is Donald Trump. Fuck the X-Men. Fuck Solving for X. They are not great people. I hate X-Men. Nobody celebrated me when I turned 100. Don't vote for me.
Hi, I'm Eric Lewald from X-Men The Animated Series.
And I'm Julia Lewald from X-Men The Animated Series. Congratulations on the 100th episode, Solving for X podcast.
And may you have many more.
Disclaimer, Donald Trump's voice was AI generated and used as parody purposes only. No one in Solving for X and X-Men Task podcast is trying to make anybody think this is actually Donald Trump's voice.